What's the deal, my people? You know it is Don Tony Teflon, and I'm back at you another one. And this one is the official Game of Thrones Season 7 motherfucking trailer breakdown live Q&A. And as always, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy to see all y'all out there. Happy to see everybody up in the chat, chilling, doing this now. I expect my microphone to get bad. Once it does, please let me know. And then I will change it up real quick. And I think we'll get that right on track. At least it's been working like that for a while now, for the last couple of streams. So let's hope that it keeps going like that. Now, I was supposed to be chilling here with my man Mo and stuff like that, but I don't know what happened to Mo Genie. He must have got caught up in something, you know what I mean? But we have had the official trailer drop now. I will say that it was a really good trailer. I did enjoy watching that trailer. Know that I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming this week. I knew they couldn't hold back. They were dropping too much stuff. They had to get that out there. And I thought it was well worth the wait. You know what I mean? I will say real quick, I'm not going to go into it, but I will say that nothing from this trailer has made me not believe in those plot leaks that were dropped out earlier. So that's all I will say on that situation. What up to everybody in the chat? What up to T-Baby? What up to Gabrielle? What up to the one true David Adams? What up to ours is the Fury? What up to the boy One? What up to Celine? What up to Violent Messiah 666? What up to all y'all out there? You know, I will say this, you know, right off the bat. Yes, I know that I do get things wrong when dealing with these trailers. Now, I usually get a lot of things right, but if you look at my history, when I'm coming in with trailers, I am not so hot with coming in on trailers. Not all the time. Sometimes I mess up on things, the quick things, because I try to rush the video out there. You got to on your small channel. You know, it's just like it's like the crack game. You gotta get your stuff out there quick on YouTube. That's the way this hustle is. It's hustle. You gotta get your shit right on the block. And that's it. Your 2 for 5's got to be up because the next man's up. That's that quick. You know what I mean? So that's the way it be. But you know what I mean? So we're going to go through it right now, the trailer, and we're gonna talk about the things that I've seen, and y'all in the chat, y'all going to tell me what y'all seen and everything else about the trailer. What do you want to talk about first in the trailer? Just hit me right there. Tanner Scott asks, Q&A, do you think the hand could be the scepter that Cersei imprisoned? It kind of looked like a man hand. It was a bony hand, but it did look like a man hand to me. And I think it was definitely a man hand. Now, I know in the comment section, people have said this is Jorah, and you can see the grayscale on it. Now, I thought it was Edmure Tully, which is a good guess. Edmure, we don't know what happened to Edmure. Where is he? So it's quite possible he could be in a dungeon somewhere. And the fact that they showed Arya do that little duck look under the table before, which is probably 2 separate scenes that just put together to fool you, and they got me on it, made me think that maybe she's searching for Edmure, someone in the jail cell. But after watching it and rewatching it, I have to say that the people were right. That it definitely looks like Jorah. You can see some type of grayscale on the fingers. Zareem Solomon asks, do you think we will see an ice dragon? I have predicted ice dragon over 4 years ago. So you can check the videos. And so I'm not going to stop now. Why stop? I've been rocking it that long, saying there's going to be an ice dragon. At the end of the game, I'm just going to bail out and say, no, sir. No, sir. I stayed with my convictions from 4 years ago. There will be a goddamn ice dragon in this series. George R. R. Martin has said that he's created the ice dragon. And I just think that if you create something, you're going to put that in your biggest book. This is pretty that simple. And that's it. So yes, we're definitely going to see a nice dragon. What else do we have here in the chat? We got them eating ice cubes and shit. Renee M, I think I saw Blackfish in the trailer. No, I don't. I didn't see Blackfish, and I would be cautious on thinking we seen people, because how many times, look, last year people thought they seen Serial Pharrell, right, in the trailer with Arya. So up and down that was Serial Pharrell. In the charge scene in the trailer last year, everyone thought that was Stannis Baratheon back there. The one person thought it was like Jon Snow or someone with the long hair. It wasn't those people at all. So I'd be cautious with picking people out of the trailer when you're not too sure who it is. Me personally, because things like that happen. But I do not think I've seen the Blackfish. I've seen a lot of shit in that trailer, but I don't know if I've seen the Blackfish. Anyone else seen Blackfish in there? Speaking of Edmure, what do you think happened to him? I don't know. That's why I thought he was good possibility to be in that jail cell. He's got to be locked up. There's no other way. He has to be locked. That's why, it's a good possibility. It could have been him. I think it's a good solid guess. People getting on me in the comment section. And yes, I know in my video I said King's Landing when it was a map of all the Westeros. Yes, I know I said that. You know what I meant. You don't have to put it down in every comment. You know I messed up. Jesus. Dream asks, do you think Sansa will turn on Jon? I don't know. I think it's a good possibility that she does have some jealousy going on there. And Littlefinger's in that ear. You know what I mean? I do think that without a doubt, when Jon grabs Littlefinger in this trailer, that Littlefinger tells him that Ned Stark's not your father. And that's why he grabs him up and he tells him Rhaegar's your father. And that's why Jon is upset with him and grabs him like that, for thinking he's lying to him, but he's not. Were the Unsullys taking Casterly Rock in this trailer? Listen, now I said that in the trailer. I didn't hear people getting on me about that. You know what I mean? I would have to say it looks like Casterly Rock. Why not? Why can't it be? You know what I mean? You see what we're looking at here. The Lannister lines on the side, that big L in it. You know what I mean? It could be a gate down in King's Landing, yes, but it looks like they're taking Casterly Rock, and we see Danny push over the Lannister lion on the board. So that could be that right there. They could just be sacking Casterly Rock or Lannisport at that particular time and marching up there. People in the chat are going crazy over Sansa. Do not like Sansa at all. Someone said, I think that Littlefinger knows everything about the past of Jon's parentage. I think you're right about that. I think Littlefinger does know. And I think he's going to spill the beans there, but no one's going to believe him. At least Jon's not. Jon's grabbing a lot of people by the neck this season, it seems like. He's just grabbing people up and just choking them out. It looked just like the Ned Stark situation when Ned Stark grabbed him by the neck and choked him out. So, these Starks, man, no brains. Someone says, I think it was Jorah's hand. Yeah, I think it had to be Jorah's hand coming out of there. We definitely seen the grayscale. Unless they're allowing, showing other people with grayscale. But why did they lock him up like that? Do they think he's going to go mad? Is he at the point where he's going to go mad and stuff? Is that what's going on here? Because if he's going to go mad at something like that, and that's the reason why, I mean, maybe that's what they did with him. Who knows? Do you think Cersei is getting clipped this season? Not this season. I don't know if she's going to die. I have a video, Death of the Queen. Check that out. And I don't think she's going to die this season. I think she's got to survive this whole season. Next season, half season, whatever you want to call it, you know what I mean? 6 episodes, whatever it is next season, then yes, I think that it's a good possibility that Cersei Lannister will not make it through that one. You know what I mean? Not at all. All right, hold on 1 second with this microphone. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Does that mic sound better? Is it better now? Mic check. Is the mic better? Mic check. People in the chat. All right, there we go. There we go. We back up in it now. What the fuck was I talking about? All right, let's go this. Are you buying the theory that Arya was killed by a faceless man? No, Arya was not killed by no faceless man. She's not the waif walking around. She's not no faceless man. She's not that at all. Arya's Arya. What it looks like is that she's being stalked, and I definitely looks like that in this particular time that maybe the wolf pack is around her, and she can hear them, but she don't know that they're around her. And then when the wolf pack, circles her or something like that, then Nymeria would jump out as head of the wolf pack, and then she won't get eaten up. But maybe they'll have like a build up, like a horror build up, like her getting chased through the woods by wolves and her scared of wolves. And then when they get up on her, Nymeria, because it looks like somebody's looking at her, and that we could be seeing it through Nymeria's eyes at that time. Yeah, I think it could definitely be going on. We have some people in the chat agreeing with me right here, saying, yeah, she's being stalked by Nymeria. Thursday Adams says that. Nymeria and we'll find Arya in the woods, says Big E. Tana Scott says Q&A and end game for Gendry. I will say the end game for Gendry is the same that we've seen for anyone who gets brought back. You get got. And he's getting got. He's going to get killed. He's got to get killed. Everyone else they bring back gets killed, right? Anyone else who goes away for a while and they bring back, they kill that motherfucker. No one survived it yet. So why would he be any different? Why would he be any different to survive it? Can't see him surviving. Just can't see it happening. He's got to go. He's going to die. T-Baby says either Arya or Sansa is going to die. I agree that one of them will die this season, Arya or Sansa. Someone's got to go. And if I got to put my money on it, I'm going to put my money on Sansa's gone. Then not just for the books and the story-wise, I think it's a good possibility. I think Sophie Turner, I think she's got other things going on, movies and stuff like that. And when you start seeing things like that, you start thinking that they ain't long for the show. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's 6 more episodes after this, it may be too much. For her. She may have her career may be popping, and she may have to just bounce on that. So I don't know if she's going to last anymore. You know what I mean? Sophie Turner may be out, so I think that she may get got. Now, will she be Lady Stoneheart? Will she be resurrected as Lady Stoneheart or a figment of a Lady Stoneheart? I just did a video on that. You should check that out if you haven't had a chance to. And, I think there could be a possibility that she is. But I really think it's a whole different situation with Lady Stoneheart, because even if she's resurrected, she could die. She may not be dead as long as Lady Stoneheart was. You know what I mean? Like when you look at the unkiss between the Hound and Sansa, this unkiss, the kiss that never really happened that she dreamed of, this is what it could really be. It could really be the unkiss of the Hound transferring his life force into Sansa, start bringing her back. And if she wasn't, as dead as long as Catelyn Stark, she would just be fine. But that would be 2 resurrected people. Who knows? Maybe no, because we have Beric Dondarrion, but 2 main characters resurrected. Who knows? You know what I mean? I think it could possibly work out like that with the unkiss, with the Hound and Sansa really being the kiss of life. It could go down like that. Zaim asked, do you think Euron will show up with the horn? I don't think they're going to do the horn at all. I don't think we'll see any form of the horn, even though when it's fucked up because we've seen the horn already, right? We've seen Sam with the horn when they first found the dragon glass, the fist of the first men. You know what I mean? So why not just bring the fucking horn in? Why not bring the fucking horn in, man? You know, you should. There's no reason for them not to bring the horn in. It's a horn. It's not hard to make one of those fuckers. Let's make a horn. This motherfucker ain't got to be as big as the boat like it is in the books, you know, all the glyphs on it and everything else. It ain't got to be that fancy. It can just be a nice horn like the one Sam found. I think the one Sam found is most likely the real one anyway. You know what I mean? When it goes down to it, more than this big one that's glamorous. Because you got to remember, in the books, Victorion is just going on what Mokoro is telling him that it says. There's no telling if Mokoro is telling him the truth. You know what I mean? Everything he's saying that the horn says is just him saying it. Why would he be telling him the truth? He could be lying to him, setting him up for his own purpose. If you know Mokoro's there to get to Danny. So if he thinks he could do something to take out Victorion before he can get there, why wouldn't he do that? And bringing up Mokoro, that brings up Melisandre. We see Melisandre on top of Dragonstone looking down. How the hell did she get there? How did she get there? How did Melisandre get to Dragonstone? This old woman. How'd she get there that far and get on top of that mountain? I think it's a possibility she may just kill herself at this particular time. What is she doing up there staring? Is she jealous? What's going on here? Does she want a piece of Jon Snow's ass? What's going on? I don't know, but she's up there. She's staring down. She's like a peeping Tom. She's like a vulture, just waiting for someone to die, like Doom. You know, that's the way it seems like to me. When she's just staring down there with her moody eyes, all sad and shit. People in the chat are saying Melisandre stole Littlefinger's teleportation device. I could see that happening. Mutton probably did go down like that because I don't know how the hell she got the hell up there and up that high. You know, it's hard for me to get up a couple of flight of stairs. You know what I mean? She's on top of the goddamn mountain, this old lady. How'd she get up there? Her knees don't hurt? What's going on here? We've seen her. When she crawled her old self in that bed, it took her a second. It took her a second to get under that blanket. It wasn't like she just rushed underneath it. She got caught there for a second. It was like, let me get in this. Let me get in. You seen it. You seen it. So how'd she get her slow ass all the way up that damn mountain? How'd she do it? How'd she get over there? How'd she do that? God damn it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't know how she did it. Let's see. Yes, Sybil says Mel had a horse. Well, she could have had a horse, but I don't know how she got across the water with the horse. You know what I mean? I don't know how that happened right there. You know what I mean? Definitely something fishy going on there with Mel. But you know, is she there with Danny? Is she now one of Danny's red priestesses? How did she convince Danny so quick? She's got to be sad there that Stannis isn't there. That's what I think. She's got to be sad seeing these people there when she truly thought that Stannis was the one. And it turned out that he wasn't the one. And she led him into all this catastrophe in his life. It's all Melisandre's fault that she let him down. And she could be feeling that. And if she sees Davos. Well, now I'm going to ask you in the chat real quick. I want you to answer my question. If you can, do you think that Davos will kill Melisandre at some point in this show? That's the question I'm asking you in the chat. Do you think that Davos, not this season, could be next season, but at some point will be the one to kill Melisandre in the show? Let me know what you think. I will read out your answers live. So everyone, and your name so people know. Straight up. Kanzobi says no. Laura Pack says no. Jasmine B says I think so. LT Giles, no. Mark Phillips says no. Thursday Adams says no. Courtney Z says no. Arya will do it. Sailor Diva says no. John Titter says no. Oh, it's going too fast. I go back up. Pamela Blame says yes. We don't see a lot of yeses there. Eric Famous says nah. Arya Big E says no. Dragon Flying 007 says Davos ain't touching her. They need her. T-Baby says yes. Davos been waiting to kill this ass since this old bitch since season 2. Fancy Adam says for sure he hates that woman. Laura Pack says no. Jasmine B says either that or she will die by White Walker. Zachary says no. Hayla May says Arya will. Laura Pack says no. I think she'll sacrifice herself. Last Harp says no. Jonathan Keane says no. Fancy Arms says Arya. Red Warrior says no. Kirk Ultima says I don't think it will be Davos the killer because he is too much of because he was too much of a Stannis fan and probably feels responsible himself. You know, I you know, he's got a lot. This for the Serene situation. You seen how Brienne came right by and said it right in front of Davos. I executed Stannis Baratheon for what he did. Putting that in his head that it's quite possible that Davos could take her out. If he finds out 100% that Serene, that she killed Serene, it's quite possible to do it. We got Kyle's fucking chickens in the building, and he's saying in his thing that Davos will kill her. That is his answer to the question right there. He thinks that Davos will at some point kill Melisandre. You know, it's a hard question for the Don to answer. It really is. I know Arya said she's going to shut all these eyes, and then she says we'll meet again. But I think it's got to be Davos. I think Davos will be the one. If anyone's going to take her out in this show, Davos may do it, and then she'll be resurrected as the Night's King's new bride. I think it's going down with that. Davos has to get some type of redemption. He may kill her at the same time, and they kill each other at some situation. I don't know. Something's going to happen there. Something is definitely going down in the show without a doubt. Without a doubt, it's going down with that. What's going on, kid?
Yo, what's good, champ?
What's going on, my man? You know what it is.
Shit, man, just got off of work. Tired as shit. About to do this with you.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Now, if people don't know, let me welcome to the chat the one, the only, the King of the North, Mongini, my linguini. What up, brother?
What's going on, folks? It's Moji, the King of the North. It's Mongini, baby. And you know what it is, man. Honored always to be with the main man, Tony T. What's happening, my people?
Now, we've been going through some stuff that happened on this goddamn trailer that dropped. It dropped. That trailer dropped. It dropped. It was so hot. Yo, it was so hot that when I looked at it, it was like, I don't know, like 7 million views in 6 hours.
Incredible. Incredible.
That's how, you know what I mean? So it was dropped like it was hot. You know what I mean? People, and now we just asked the chat a question. I'm going to ask you the same question real quick. Do you think at any point in this show that Davos will be the one to kill Melisandre? This season, next season, whatever. Will he be the one to take her
out? See, hold on. Say that again. You was kind of muffly.
Will Davos kill Melisandre before this season is over, before this show is over?
I mean, it looks like it's headed that way. I mean, they've been setting them up as the quarreling, couple for a while now. I mean, I don't see anybody else that'd be logical enough to kill her.
The people that last by the chat are saying Arya. Arya is the one to take her out.
It's a possibility. We already know Arya is going to be back in Winterfell. It didn't take a blind man to see that one happening.
No. No, not at all. And Ray
So,
Charles, that shit coming.
you know, you got these YouTube channels out here that was predicting stuff like they was predicting the Holy Grail or something. Like everybody saw that was coming. Come on now.
Well, it says right in the books, straight up, the wolves will return to Winterfell, right? It said wolves, plural. So, I mean, there's only a few wolves left. So, you know, it definitely has to be there's something going on with Arya. Now, when I seen it, and I said this out there dealing with Arya, I said that it looks like when she said, now it looks like she's getting stalked by some wolves. It looks like maybe she's being chased down by some wolves and she's going to be surrounded by a wolf pack. And then when she thinks she's going to be eaten by the wolves, then Nymeria will come out as the leader of the wolf pack and then she'll be saved. Well, what do you think? You think that's a possibility for happening?
Definitely see it happening in the books. On the TV show, I could see them putting a dagger in our hearts, you know, book readers, you know, putting that in our hearts and like, stiff arming the whole Nymeria plot in the television show. I could see them doing the Heisman on that because that's like that's something obscure that show watchers have no clue about. They have no clue, you know, that Nymeria is running with a wolf pack when she went into the woods. All they know is, you know, Nymeria got some rocks thrown at her by, you know, Arya in season 1, and that's it. She's a goner. Nobody knows what the deal is. That, you know, Arya is a she's a warg, and she can see through Nymeria's eyes, you know, in her dreams when she's on her travels with the Hound and in the Riverlands and so on and so forth. So they've got to reintroduce the warging aspect if they're gonna introduce Nymeria in that plot scene. And it doesn't look like the show's gonna give anybody other than Bran warging abilities, Chief. Do you think someone else will be a warg?
They should have did it to John. They should have did it to her. I don't know if they're gonna go that far with it, but I think that when you look at me personally, like when I look at people asking me, Teflon Don, who's going to die this season? I don't like to pick people who's going to die and do this because, you know, we had plot leaks, we had all these things. I can't do that with knowing the plot leaks and all these things like that, just picking people like this. But I do think that when we were talking earlier about Arya or Sansa dying, that's a good chance that Sansa will die. And I think Sansa will die. I think when you look at the Starks, anyone whose wolf is dead dies. That's it. That's the rule. That's a rule you can go by. So when you see that Bran's wolf is dead, that means Bran is going to die. It's not making it. Sansa's wolf is dead. She may have survived a long time, but she's going to die. If the wolf goes, they go. That's it. You can take it to the bank. Arya's wolf ain't dead yet, and she ain't gonna die. So I think that Arya is staying alive. Everyone wanted to be Arya because you look at the lifestyle she was living. You would think that's the person that died, but this is George R. R. Martin. You know what I mean? People always they use that as a George R. R. Martin cliche thing when it suits them, but when it doesn't, they don't want to use it. It ain't cliche. Arya Stark may have been one out there to try to die to protect herself, but Sansa is the one who really hasn't learned truly to protect herself, especially in the show. Because she doesn't have people in the chat are saying Ray West saying Bran's not dead. Bran will die. There's no doubt about it. He's dead. If you want to say he's living his life out inside of a wolf or inside of something else, and that's how he lives his life, if he's still alive, if you want to consider that life, then yes, he's life. But he ain't Bran Stark walking around, hanging out with people. No, Bran Stark dies. The wolf dies, they die. That's it.
That's definitely a good point. You know, you got a lot of people in the chat that just took that to heart. Like, Bran, don't die, no. Well, folks, a lot of things are going to happen that's going to break your hearts. I mean, this is not a fairy tale story. And another thing is, people think so many of these theories are just going to come to light on the show. Folks, they didn't do Lady Stoneheart on the show. They didn't do a lot of other things that had to do with Arya's plot and Bravos that was in the books. They can't just introduce all these little side stories and side theories, like, you know, Nymeria and the Wolf Pack, and little obscure things like that in the books with the time they have left. They only have 2 seasons that they already cut, they're cutting short already in on HBO. They got 2 seasons left. They're not gonna waste the time on all these little side theories. They're gonna do all the big theories. You know, even stuff like is Tyrion a Targaryen, or are the twins Jaime and Cersei Targaryens? The HBO's not gonna waste their time on stuff like that. To me, those are small theories. They're not gonna put effort into that. They're just gonna do the major stuff. They're gonna do the Night King, what the Night King's doing, who's gonna kill the Night King, Jon, the big battle, the dragons, the main stuff. You feel me?
Wait, we got a troll. A troll said, the direwolves were killed for budget reasons, you turds. You know, I haven't been heard the word turd in a very long time.
Damn, a turd?
Jesus Christ. That's like saying you got the cooties and shit. You right? You got the cooties. Circle, circle, knife, knife. You got the cooties for life. Listen, were they cut for budget reasons? I don't think so. Not all of them. I think if the Wolves had a role to play, they wouldn't have been able to cut them out. You understand what I'm saying? I'm saying if the wolf was going to jump out and save someone desperately and dive out of the window, and the person was going to land on them instead of the ground and save their life, they wouldn't have been able to cut them out. It wouldn't have been no budget reasons. They would have had them in there. The wolves are dead. That means they're dying. Period. And I'm not saying anything else new. It's not like Lady is alive in the books. She's dead. You understand what I'm saying? So this does not affect Sansa in either way. And I'm saying that Summer is dead. He's dying in the books. Take it to the bank. Take it to the bank. And then get back to me and comment and say I was right. All right? Because there's no doubt about it. Nymeria ain't dying. That's not the way it's going out with her. So, you know what I mean? She's still holding on. And Snow. And I mean, Ghost is holding on. Those are the two that are holding on. I don't think they both going to make it.
Yeah. I mean, I just want people to temper their expectations, you know, so you don't get disappointed in the end. You know, make sure to look out for all the major theories, you know, but I just can't see them doing the small stuff this season. I'm trying to get this. Let's get this, you know, let's get this trailer out the way, man. What is the something that surprised you in what we saw?
Not a goddamn thing. In all honesty, I was not surprised about anything. And unfortunately, it's because I've seen the plot leaks. And I'm not going to talk about them or anything like that. But after reading those and going through them, there's really nothing that surprised me in the trailer. I mean, the size of Drogon. If you want to say one thing that looked crazy. This motherfucker, Drogon. What the fuck did they feed this motherfucker? What is going on here? This is not Scooby Snacks. This motherfucker is too big. He's too big. You know, this is like 3 Godzilla. He's bigger than Godzilla. You can't be bigger than Godzilla. He's Godzilla. And this motherfucker's bigger than that.
But yeah, where's if he's Godzilla, where's Mothra? Where's that motherfucker Mothra? Where's the little Japanese lady like, Godzilla?
We got Zuki up in this mother. That's what the other dragon's gonna look like next to this motherfucker. They're gonna look like Godzuki rolling right next to this big motherfucker. He's too big. I mean, what happened? We seen him last season flying with them. He wasn't that big. He's like 10 times bigger. This motherfucker.
They feeding that dude humans. They gotta be feeding him humans. They ain't feeding him goats and sheep no more, man.
But where'd they get the food? They've been flying over the goddamn sea. The hell happened? When he got to the open water, he just got that much bigger? He's too damn big. He's too damn big. And there's no stop. When you see that last shot, when you see the Dothraki horde coming, charging on the plane, And then you see big ass Drogon coming over top of him. You can't beat that. A dragon back then is the equivalent of having a jet fighter and a fucking bomber. He can do them both. And a tank if it hits the floor.
It's a
all
tank.
Up one.
He's a flying tank, is what they got. A flying tank.
Like it bomb your ass. It's like a bomber, because he can just drop bombs on you. Doom, 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 doom. And that's it. It's a crazy weapon to have. Crazy weapon. It had 3 of them, not just one. No, one's not enough. You got 3 motherfuckers. You know what I mean? It's going to be hard to defeat us. He's not losing these battles. And then we see the one shot. I seen the shot with Theon with the embers all around him. I first seen it. I was like, what the fuck is Theon doing? Is he forging some type of a sword? Obviously, I was wrong. It does look like he was in the ship battle. And then when you see the person jump off into the water and save someone, that's a good possibility that is Theon to the rescue, saving somebody from dragon fire that was on the ship.
Yeah, hey, big shout out to LT in the house. He asked Tony, he's asking you, what do you think of the Hound's armor?
I didn't like it. I didn't like the mask. And the armor don't make him look big enough. It makes him look too skinny. When you have arms the size of that dude's arms, you got to show some of that girth in there. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. You got to do something about it. It didn't look right. There's something wrong with the helmet to me. The helmet was terrible. Terrible the helmet was. I liked it last year's much better, the old school style. You know what I mean? But this helmet was terrible. You see the Mo, how'd you feel about this goddamn helmet?
I mean, they're supposed to like make Hound as crazy, scary looking as possible, as gruesome as possible, like how
we're talking about here now. Because yes, you know the chat. You say the Hound, you say the wrong word. They in that ass, Mo. You can't fuck up. We talking about the motherfucking mountain.
Yeah, the mountain. We're talking about the mountain, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the mountain. I mean, like he's like I don't know why they didn't just leave the armor from last season. Didn't you like how he looked last season?
I did. I know they want to upgrade it and they want to try to make him look more intimidating, but the black looks slimming. You know what I mean? It just looks too slimming for a guy. He looks like the first guy the second guy that was just too tall, that was real tall, with no build on him, but just real tall. He looks like that Hound. I mean mountain. Jesus Christ, I'm saying Hound now too. He looks like that guy.
Yeah, somebody in the chat just said the mountain looks like a hipster now. Yeah, all he needs is some black glasses like the ones I got, and he'll be good to go.
Yeah, you that motherfucker. He getting that one piece. The Hound coming out there. What the fuck is that one piece called? These motherfucking hipsters be rocking and shit. The fuck is that? That damn. The hell is it? Can't think of the name of that shit. The romper.
Shout out to T-Baby.
Goddamn romper. That motherfucker rocking a romper helmet. Nah, man. It's just the helmet that really throws it off more than anything. But god damn it, man. God damn it.
Like, shout out to T-Baby. She said the Lannisters are going to lose a lot this season. I don't know. Not judging by that army they showed us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that army is deep. But listen, it doesn't matter. There's a fucking dragon. It's not just this dragon is bigger than Godzilla. You know, it's like Mo, if you playing a basketball game, right?
Yeah.
And you got playing, don't matter who you playing. Don't matter who you playing, but you playing them. Because you got Michael Jordan in his prime on your team, right? Are you worried about anyone you playing? Are you worried about anyone ever?
Nope.
You're never gonna worry about it. It's over. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
And it's
gonna be the field of red whatever that Aegon the Conqueror did. Remember when Aegon the Conqueror burned down whose army was that? Was that the Baratheon army?
That was the Gardner army. Like the field caught it on the field of fire.
Yeah, the Gardner army from the
And
Tyrells, right? Or the Gardeners.
the Gardeners, yeah, the Tyrells took over from the Gardeners. They're the ones who caught it, and Harren the Black, he caught it. No, I think he was already dead. The Lannisters caught it too.
So it's gonna be a retelling of that event. That's what Drogon is gonna do. He's gonna burn the field of fire. It's gonna be the field of fire, part deuce is what's gonna be part deuce, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, and it's most likely gonna be that. And I don't like history being exactly the same way it was before. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this retelling that it happened before in the past is going to happen again in the future. I think people kind of adapt to different situations, and usually things don't go like that. I mean, I guess they do sometimes here and there, but I would rather it be something a little bit more different. You know what I mean? But I hear you. It definitely will be a field of fire. The Tarleys are going to get it. The land. You know, Robert Baratheon told you straight up, you can't fight the Dothraki in open field. You can't fight them like that. There's no way to fight them. That was without a dragon. And everyone thinking that the Dothraki weren't going to be able to come across the river, they're going to be all sick and nauseous and not be able to fight, that's some bullshit. It don't matter where these fuckers is fighting. These fuckers jumping on the horse's back with 2 feet and jumping off. They're not fucking around. Straight up, they're ready to kill anyone. And that's the way it's going down with these goddamn Dothraki.
Yeah.
They're not playing around. And the Unsullied. What do you think the Unsullied, when you see them rush that place, do you think that's Castle Rock that they're rushing?
Say that again?
When you see the Unsullied rush that place, and it has the Lannister Lion and the L right in the middle, and the Lannister Lion's right there, do you think that's Castle Rock that they're rushing?
Absolutely. Because it's so obvious that they want to show us new locations. All right? New locations are going to be the thing this season. Like, I can feel it in my heart. I can feel it in my bones. And Casterly Rock is a spot that they've probably been dying to show us for a long time.
I'm dying to see it.
And we're dying to see it. And it is what it is. I don't think the Unsullied were rushing King's Landing like it was Normandy in World War II. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it was the beaches of Normandy right there. I think that was the beaches of Casterly Rock.
No doubt about it. We definitely, and we see these motherfuckers coming out there, and Dany, she takes the Lannister piece and she pushes it over on the map. So that could be that. Boom, Casterly Rock has fallen and been given back to Tyrion. Straight up. I mean, it could go down like that. It's going to be a hard fought battle for the Lannisters. The only way I could see them doing anything is if they got some type of secret weapon. They got to have some type of secret weapon. The same thing that Smaug was afraid of. They have to have something there that can go down. A weirwood bow, an arrow set. Something that could take these fucking dragons out, because it's just not fair with 3 of these dragons.
I already know what it is. Crazy, dumbass Cersei is going to use wildfire, man. She's going to perch the wildfire on top of Casterly Rock, and she's going to use it with the archers. They're gonna try to shoot arrows at it with wildfire. They're gonna try to throw cannon fire of wildfire. They're gonna throw bombs of wildfire. The whole 9 yards, Teflon.
I hear you. What up to little Donna Louise? Said what up to you, Mo? She said specifically. What up to you joining me here? What up to Queen Cheryl up in the piece? What up to all the people watching? Got a lot of people watching there. Thank you for everyone, and thank you. Please thumbs up this video, my people. You watching it, it don't cost nothing, don't do nothing to thumbs up the video, and I'd be really happy if you do that. You know what I mean? What's good, Sir Hunch Review up in here? What up to all my people? You know what I mean? Love all y'all. So glad that y'all can be out here chilling with me, talking about this goddamn trailer that just dropped. What other parts of the trailer did you like, bro? Like you said, seeing specifically, like when you seen was like that's some right shit right there.
Hey, Dracaris in the chat just said, "Does the Night's King have a secret weapon?" Absolutely, absolutely, and it's called what's it called, Teflon?
Called the ice fucking dragon. It has no choice but to be. You know what I mean?
Nah, man, it's called Frost Scale.
Oh, I mean, my bad. I mean, that's all you. Night's King, the frost scale is still in effect. Now let's talk about this. Is Mo's theory. Let's go into it a little bit, Mo. Now, the frost scale. Do you think the Night's King will use that to take the wall down?
The Night's King will most definitely use Frost Scale this season. He's gonna be touching and zapping everybody, and it's just gonna spread. I don't know if he'll use it to take down the wall. I mean, he might use ice spiders to take down the wall. But the Night King is definitely unleashing Frost Scale on the whole place, everywhere.
There's no doubt about it. I think the Night King's secret weapon has got to be an ice fucking dragon. He must have an ice dragon. If you looked at my video, Visions Explained, then you hear that Tony Teflon it down. I told you in that video at the end that when you see the shadow flying over King's Landing, and it's just of a dragon, that is the Night's King flying over King's Landing. And there ain't no plot leak. There's nothing that says that. That's just me saying that. And that's what I've said. And I guarantee when it comes true, that's what you're going to see. There's no other way for the Night's King to win this war, because the zombies that he possesses, these dragons will roast these zombies and eat them. And that'll be it. The only way he can win this war is if he has the same thing they had. He has to get himself an ice dragon.
Absolutely, absolutely. I already told y'all I did a video on this a while ago. The Night's King will win this season. Then he'll lose in season 8. But season 7, this upcoming season, he will win. And what I mean by win, that obviously means, you know, taking down the defenses of the wall that protects the realm and the kingdoms, coming through the wall, you know, taking everybody down at the wall, probably going to kill Ed, probably going to kill Dolores Ed, which will make Jon Snow angry.
Ed's dead.
And,
no doubt about it.
yeah, Ed, best believe it, people, Dolores Ed is going to be one of the first casualties of season 7. And Jon Snow is going to get all angry because of that. And then, you know, the Night's King's going to keep on winning. That's all I got to say.
So I got 2 questions here. I got the answer on both. Jakari's Chill says Tony is the ice dragon bigger than Drogon. So the way it is with ice dragons are, the colder it gets, the bigger they grow. So once it gets cold and then ice and the White Walkers bring the cold, it can get bigger than Drogon. When we seen the ice dragon in the children's story, the one ice dragon took out 3 fire dragons like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. You know what I mean? That was that. And then we have, real quick, right underneath that, where'd that question go? Boris asks, ice dragon or undead dragon? All right, so that's definitely 2 different things right there, the ice dragon or the undead dragon. And I always predicted an ice dragon, and I'm sticking with my prediction of the ice dragon. I do understand people thinking that it could be an undead dragon, and it's quite possible that it could be. That's not my prediction. It's not the undead zombie dragon. I predicted an ice dragon. That means that the flames must come out the mouth blue, must put people and freeze these motherfuckers. That's an ice dragon, not zombie dragon. Zombie dragon comes out. That is not my prediction. I do not take credit for that, but I do take credit for saying ice dragon back in the day. That's still, but I think that's the way it's going down.
I can ride on that boat. Definitely feel that. I mean, yeah.
Sailor Diva asks, will Brienne and Jamie meet again before it's over? What do you think, Mom?
Jamie and Brienne, I mean, I don't think there's enough room for them to bring that storyline back. The only way Brienne and Jaime run into each other is if Brienne leaves Winterfell, leaves Sansa, goes to the Eyrie, and because you already feel that Sansa's gonna take over the Eyrie and all that, right?
I think she has no choice but to. Don't know if we're going to see it in this season or anything else like that in this season. I don't know how far they're going to go with the veil. I think they should definitely do more at it. But we see Jaime pinned to Cersei's side. And I said in my review when I said that, I'm like, it looks like if you listen to what Cersei is saying, it's like she's giving him a fucking pep talk. And Jaime, and people got mad at me for saying that, oh, give Jaime a tip. Look at him. He don't look like he's ready for this war. It's Cersei that's saying we're going to crush these people. We're going to do this. It ain't Jaime's voice we're hearing saying anything like that. Jaime's, I don't know if he's ready for this war. He's got one fucking hand. This is not the same Jaime Lannister with two hands, people. This is a one-hand man. You know what I mean? He hasn't learned with the left hand from what we've been shown in the books and what we've been shown in the show. He is not a good sword fighter right now. This is no Corrin half hand. It's no guy who's been able to pull that off. He hasn't been able to do that yet. We haven't been shown that. Maybe this season we will be shown that. And all of a sudden he's that nice. But from what I've seen, last battles he got before he got his hand chopped off, before Brienne got his ass kicked, hand chopped off, he ain't done shit since. Period.
Yeah. In all honesty, unless Brienne follows Sansa to the Vale and then becomes like her Queen's Guard, and then by some chance, if like, you know, the Lannister army calls on the Vale to be, you know, part of their army against Daenerys, I don't see Brienne and Jaime running into each other. I just don't see any logical.
But I think that you got when you go into the prophecy that Jaime Lannister said he just wants to die in the arms of the woman he loves. I think that it's quite possible that he could die in the arms of Brienne. And at the time, that would be the woman that he loves. Will they play that out in the show to that point? I don't know. I think they have to. I mean, when you see the hint of Brienne saying to Jaime Lannister, you know, if I'm with Sansa and you're here, honor may compel me to fight you. Why bring that up unless something like that? I think Jaime Lannister definitely is going to leave Cersei and join Sansa's side. So I think it's a good possibility for it to definitely jump off like that and then her have beef. Because I think that, you know, Sansa still could be the queen that takes everything that she holds dear. I think Jaime Lannister would be the last thing that she held dear. And I think Sansa could complete that prophecy if she takes him away from her.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna fix my mic. I'll be right back, man.
All right, no doubt about it. So I'm over here looking into the chat, and thank you for everyone out here joining me right now. And please hit that thumbs up button, man. I would really appreciate that if you got down there. Start giving my people out here that we see some shout outs. Shout out to my man LT Giles. Shout out to Thursday Adams. Shout out to Kwazambi. Shout out to Jamie Lambert. Shout out to Lucas. Ja. Shout out to LaDonna Louise. Shout out to Boris Ellis. Shout out to the Violent Messiah 666. Fancy Arms. Shout out to you. Shout out to Broke Black Man. Bree and Jamie is a must. Hashtag fuck Torment. Yeah, the Torment situation ain't going down. She is that type of chick who likes that pretty boy type. She ain't going away from that. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. That's not where she's going. She don't want no bare fucking red-headed man doing that. What up to my man Stephen Lasky? What up to Luaxa's Ja? Colin McGregor? What up to you? What up to all y'all out there? What up to, you know what I mean? Jamie Lambert repping the Bronx. This isn't repping your hood, though. We ain't doing that yet. We still a little early for that right now. You know what I mean? We still talking about this goddamn trailer. So, after watching this trailer, I have a question again I would like to ask the chat about what we've seen in this trailer. I want to ask y'all this question, and I want you to answer this question for me. In this season, from what we've seen, will Jon Snow fuck Daenerys Targaryen this season? That's what I want to know. Do you think that Jon Snow will put it on Daenerys Targaryen this season? Is it going down? All the way. Everything. Whoopi time. You know what Whoopi is. You watch the Newlywed Game. You know what making Whoopi is. Let me know. We got Antonia says no. Sir LT Giles says LOL. And Alexandra says yes. Anita says no. Simon says hell yes. LaDonna says it's whipping up. LaDonna says no, he will not. Aero Doe says ew, no. T-Baby says nope, they don't have time to fuck. Ray West says Brianne and Jamie, are you guys watching the same show? No happy endings, except for Hot Pie. That's quite possible. Konzobi says I hope not. Derica Cummings says yes. Corey Bell says what the fuck. Fancy's Arm says all the way. Gem M says next season it goes down. Lord of Last Heart says no. Lamprey says why not? Corey Bell says John likes redheads. Gabriel Trevino says she's getting short clawed. It's quite possible that she will get short clawed without a doubt. You know what I mean? From John this season. I mean, we've seen 2 sex scenes in the thing real quick. You know what I mean? We've seen Oberyn Martell's lady kissing with Asher, whatever, Yara, whatever you want to call her, Greyjoy. And I think that they're kissing because they're both being held captive at this particular time. I think Euron Greyjoy has them both held up captive, and they're comforting each other at this particular time before their eventual execution that will happen at King's Landing. What do you think, Mo?
I was kind of surprised we didn't get any Euron in the trailer.
No, we did not get a lot of Euron. We got a boat battle, but we didn't see him specifically. But we got the boat battle going on.
I don't even think that was them. I think that might have been Theon and Yara. Or it might have even been the Unsullied, or the Martells when they was on the ship coming to, Westeros.
Yeah, but they got beef with only one people, and that's Euron Greyjoy. Everyone else is down with each other. So if they're fighting anyone at sea, that's the only people for them to fight at sea. There's no other army for them to fight right now at sea. So it has to be Euron that they're fighting right there. All those people are down with Daenerys. So there's no doubt that's what's going on. I think that most likely the dragons overburn shit right there and burn up their own fleet plus the opposing army's fleet.
What did you think about damn, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Littlefinger. What you think about the scene with Littlefinger? You can see him still trying to get in Sansa's ear, man. He's still trying to do that whispering Wally thing in her ear, bro.
Littlefinger, he's got that little, he's trying to play his little game, but I think his game is up. I think it's over for him. I think that he'll be somewhat successful early on, but I think that Arya is the key. Obviously, she went through all that training and getting called liar, and getting smacked and all that to spot liars. That why go through all that and show all that if it wasn't going to pay off? I think the payoff is when she's there with Sansa's side and she's willing to call Littlefinger on all of his life. I think Littlefinger is going to try to play both sides. He's going to try to play Sansa, and then he's going to try to play Jon Snow and see which one sticks.
He's going to get killed. I mean, we predicted that Littlefinger was going to die this season a long time ago.
No doubt about it. But if anyone was going to push Sansa Stark marry Jon Snow real quick, I think that it's quite possible that Littlefinger could push that for a second, thinking that he may be able to take out Jon Snow later on and then get himself up in there. Because if Littlefinger, and I think he's got to, be the one that's going to tell Jon Snow that Rhaegar's his father, Lyanna's his mother, if that's what's going to happen and that's the reason why he's getting choked out at that particular time, then there's no doubt about it that it's a good possibility that when it all goes down and stuff like that, Littlefinger's not going to be able to find his way out.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. Littlefinger's time is up. I think the last card he can actually play is trying to marry Sansa to Sweet Robin. I think he's going to put that card on the table. He's going to say, I saved y'all. I saved the North. I saved Winterfell. Y'all owe us. And we need y'all to marry Sweet Robin.
AMS saying that Sansa will only end up with Tyrion or no one. That, you know, it'll be sad for Sansa. Not that, and it may sound crazy when I say it, but I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it anyway. That it may be crazy for her if she's not been with a loving partner. You know what I mean? If she dies right now, that means the only sexual partner that she's known is Ramsay Bolton.
Hey,
that's terrible. You know what I mean? That would be terrible. She deserves to be loved by someone who actually loves her. You know what I mean? So maybe she will catch it, have a good night. Maybe, you know, Arya be away and Gendry will be there and they can set it off. You know what I mean, or something like that, and then she'll die.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's so strange because right now there's nobody on the horizon that she might marry to me other than Sweet Robin. Even though that, you know, because she's got to rule somewhere, and she's not ruling Winterfell, so it's logical, it's plausible. I mean, it is what it is.
No doubt about it. You know what I mean? I think the things that happen to Sansa in the show will happen to her in the books, but it'll just happen in the Eyrie. For the people who haven't read the books, we won't go into it or anything like that, but the Sansa's not in nowhere near the position that she is in the show than she is in the books. In fact, she's miles and miles away from everything. I could see the whole same situation happening the way it did happen, but not at all with Jon Snow in that position or anything else like that. Sansa is definitely far away from that situation right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else that I like about the trailer. I like how they had the wildlings in a circle in the woods.
All right, so I don't know if that's wildlings in the circle. I think that's Jon Snow and his people in the circle.
Nah, that looked like wildlings to me. It might have even been Tormund. It might have even been Tormund and some people.
I think it's Jon Snow. All right, so it was asked the chat who they're thinking of. In that circle, when they're all back to back in the circle, are those regular wildlings or is that Jon Snow and his crew? What do you think in the chat? We're gonna go to the chat, see what the chat thinks. That's what happens. See, when me and Mo we don't agree, we bring it to the chat. And whoever the chat says is right, that's how we go. We go with that one right there. You know what I mean?
And the crazy thing is, that looked like a scene. You know how whenever the whites kill people.
Paul Wilson says John's crew. Morales says John's crew. M. Haynes says John's crew. Simon says John's crew. Ian says John's crew. Nine Nichols says John's crew. Liquid Source says John's crew. In fact, I haven't seen anyone else say it's all saying John's crew. What Ariel Doe says Brotherhood without banners, possibly, but I would think that they're part of John's crew. Someone else says Snow. Simon Shauna says John's fighting the White Walkers. Liquid Sword says John wearing Wildlings clothing. I think that's what it is. I think they're beyond the wall, so they have to dress like the native, but I think that's all John's people. Everyone he's beyond the wall with, and they're all back to back. And that's why you see him running later with Tormund in that one scene, because they're getting that ass handed to them. And they have no business going beyond the wall with such a small fucking party. What are you thinking? How dumb can you be? You know, you think it's like SEAL Team 6. You're just trying to get in there, think you're going to handle the job and be able to get out. We've seen Ramsay Bolton pull that bullshit off in the show with Stannis Baratheon, and we knew it was bullshit then. So why were we going to believe that right now this is going to happen?
Alicia, shout out to AK Alicia Kingston. She says John and them might be ranging beyond the wall.
There's no doubt about it. We see the wall in the one scene go up, the wall going up in the one scene. There's no doubt that they're beyond the wall ranging out there. without a doubt, getting her ass kicked in such a small force. So stupid. Why would you do something dumb like that?
Why would they head out beyond the wall so early like that? I mean, do they really think they could stop a dead army? You know what I mean?
You know, Paul Wilson says capturing a white, maybe. It sounds dumb as fuck, but sums the show's logic. It's quite possible that that could be a situation that they're trying to capture something out there. Maybe that's what it is. Stephen Hart hit me with 5 beans, my man. Good looks. We have to read that. Mo G, you look at the computer right now? You see Stephen Hart's comment?
He says it says Robin is depicted as a weakling. He was left training with Lord Royce, who put Ned and Roderick on their asses. You think possibly Robin turns badass? Learning from old Royce?
Thank you for that money, homie. Without a doubt, love that, and thank you for asking the question. You know what I mean? Nah, I can't see Robin. I mean, I kind of agree with the situation that Sweet Robin is most likely Peter Baelish' son. I kind of agree with that. More than that, he is really Aaron of the Vale. I kind of agree with that. You know what I mean? So I can't see that man getting any nicer than we have already seen him with that. He'll have to do it politically. He'll have to do it with just straight power. You know what I mean? He'll have to Caligula these dudes. Just have people afraid of him or whatever he's going to do. And that Vale and Erie, they do whatever. If you're the Lord, they'll do whatever you say. They ain't got to worry about it. They'll throw you right out that fucking moon door with the quickness. You seen how fast Lester Royce was, how scared he was.
Yep.
He was scared to death just like that for saying one wrong word. So you know that's the way it is. If they're willing to flip on him for them, they'll never flip on anybody.
Absolutely.
We got more questions in the chat. Got one from Anthony Downing. You see that?
What's the name?
Anthony Downing. Downing.
I'm trying to scroll up. Okay, here we go. Anthony asks, will Bran ever even leave the tree in the books, though? I feel like the only reason he's around in the show is to let Jon know about Lyanna and Rhaegar, since he can't send dreams yet. Interesting.
It is. And I never thought that Bran would ever get out the tree in the books at all. I really thought he'd be stuck there for the whole time. It was some type of Atlas Stone situation where he'd be stuck to hold that stone, and that's what Blood Raven is trying to escape himself, and that's what's going on. But I think the show is playing it a little bit different. So in the books, I'm still gonna say that Bran gets stuck up in there. And no doubt about it. I still think he's going to be stuck in the tree. I think that's the life for him. I can't see him leaving that life or anything else. Like I said, his direwolf is dead. They're doing this right now for show purposes. In the books, Jon Snow is not going to be resurrected as quickly as he is. He's going to live a little of his life in ghost for a little while. They're not going to show that in the TV show because it's not exciting, and you have to have Kit Harington on screen. That's why they gave him all Sans Baratheon's parts, to make him look like more of a hero. So I think that's exactly what's going on. I think that's the way it will be. Mo, what do you think?
Say that again?
That's too much for me to say again.
My bad. I just got a phone call. I got to head out in a second.
Like T-Baby. Like T-Baby up in the chat. Just get distracted. It says, if Theon is jumping into the water off the boat, where do you see happening to him in the story? What do you think Theon's going this season?
I mean, logically, it looks like he's going to help out. He's going to help out Daenerys. That's what it looks like. Do I see him ruling the Iron Islands? I don't know. I mean, I think Theon's got some sort of creepy end. You know what I mean? Maybe a suicide for all his sins. You know what I mean? Burning the kids, the farmers' kids. You know, there's a couple things in store for Theon. I don't think it's gonna be a nice ending like some people think.
Yeah, you know, there's no doubt that Theon, it's not going to be that he's going to have this a great ending. I think that in the books, it's quite possible that he dies at the Battle of Winter. You know, but they're trying to give it to him. They're making him save people from dragon fire at sea. They're trying to make him save Sansa. They're really trying to give him this big redemption arc. Excuse me. But I don't think it works unless Theon somehow sacrifices his own life for somebody else. I think in the end, if they want to make him redeem himself, that's what he has to do. He has too much blood on his hands just to survive this whole motherfucker. He's got to sacrifice himself for somebody at some point. Has to go down like that.
Yeah, for sure. Teflon, I got a roll skis. Something just popped up.
I hate you, boys. I'm about to jump off this. I'm gonna go to 9:30, and I'm gonna jump off this myself. But good looking for stopping by. You know what I mean? We'll still be here. We'll be doing our thing as always and stuff like that. And y'all, say your sign off, homie.
All right, man. Thanks for having me. You know what it is. We're always. We got a podcast coming up for anybody interested. Let us know your thoughts on the previous ones. And it's Mogini, baby. Holla at me. See y'all for the next one.
No doubt. Mogini's out of here, leaving the Don solo. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. We still gonna keep doing what we doing. We're gonna keep it popping and stuff like that. And we're gonna roll until 9:30. And then we're gonna jump off that. So 15 more minutes. We're gonna rock out here. And I appreciate all of y'all chilling with me. We had like 170 something people up here chilling with me. And that's big numbers for me, man. People may think, oh, I ain't shit, man. But for me, I'm happy. That's big numbers for me. And I'm happy that y'all are definitely jumping on here and chilling with me for all this time and stuff like that. Because this is just something. We didn't know the trailer was coming out. I had a video up. I said I got to talk a little bit more on it because I put the video up real quick. I need some more talk time. I'm going to have to probably do another video talking more about this trailer and more about this upcoming season because that's what we have to do because we didn't get everything else. People ask me what I was drinking when I do these streams. I drink the old gold, the old school drink of champions. When I do these drinks, these Q&As, we're going to stick with the old gold. Normal streams when we doing everything. You know what I mean? We doing regular pregame show. We're gonna drink the Heineken like normal. But for these old school type of situations, we gonna be drinking the old gold in the cup. You know what I mean? Just to have some nostalgia going back there. Thank you very much. Timo 30 pregame shows were some of the best parts of last season. It will be again this year when we do the pregame shows. Definitely check us out from 6 o'clock to maybe 5, from 6 o'clock to 8:30 every Sunday. Pre-game show. We jump it off. Let me go back. I see the question. Alicia Kingston asks, where do you think Jorah is when we see his hand? You know, he's locked up. I would have to think that it's a shitty ass dungeon, but I would figure it's a dungeon. They're all shitty. So maybe in the Citadel, or you know, maybe he's there with Sam about to get his ass. You know, they're just running experiments on him, putting him back in there, thinking because the grayscale makes you go crazy. Maybe he's experiencing some of them effects of turning crazy, so they have no choice but to put him there. I would have to think he's with the Maces if it's going down like that. Kombozi asks, how can Bran stay in the tree if we have the Hodor situation going down? I don't think he needs to leave the tree for the Hodor situation to go down because that's just his mind. So as long as his mind can travel and everything else, I think that everything else will be good. Thank you for Jonathan for donating that money. He's saying just for saying thanks. And thank you for donating the dough, and thank you for watching and being a part of Teflon TV of all this time and stuff like that and chilling with us. Really do appreciate it. I really thought that it was a really good trailer. You know what I mean? That dropped. I thought it was that they did a good job with it. Knew it was coming. We seen that coming, but I think they did a good job with. Let me think about this trailer real quick. If there's anything I didn't touch on in this stream, we're gonna do another stream on it. Anything else? Paul Wilson says maybe he bumps into Mel, who cures him, and both ends go down a Dragonstone. I don't know if you're saying it's going to cure Grayscale, Mel, Sandra. Can't see that happening at all. Don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they would throw Jorah in the jail in Dragonstone like that. So I don't think it's going to happen like that. I think it's just going to be a regular cure that Sam and them come up with. Check the Teflon TV's video, the Don Tony Teflon on Teflon TV. Check it out, the video, why Sam Curry Grayscale cure, and why Sam Charlie would do that. And a long time ago, and you can see it. This is what's about to happen right here in this season. You're about to see it go down. Who was in Castle Rock when he gets sacked? Don't know who they're going to have up in there. You know, maybe that's the reason why they're able to sack it so quickly. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what Jamie's complaining to her about during that time when she says that speech. Enemies here, enemies there. Maybe Jamie's like, yo, they just took Castle Rock. Maybe we need to talk to these people instead. And she's like, listen, we're going to take this back. Don't worry about it. We're getting it done. Timo says Victorion is quite possible that it could be. Lisa Kingston says, how will Mel affect things at Dragonstone? Don't know. It's really weird to me that she's even there. As I said, how the fuck did she get there in the first place? I don't know. It looks like she's ready to kill herself up there. She looks so sad and shit, like she's ready to drop. I have no idea exactly how long it's going to be or how much time it's going to be there for her, how much she has left. It may not. It could be a little bit of time. It could be a lot more time, but I have no idea. Overall, I thought it was definitely. T-Baby says Jamie one-handed can't beat a Dothraki or Unsullied. No, not from what I've seen. No way, no way, no way. I definitely think it's Castle Rock getting done. I definitely think that it's possible that Arya could be in Faceless Man gear in that one scene when she's out there. It's a possibility that we could see something like that. Who knows? You know what I mean? But it definitely could be a situation like that. Cersei is going to send Jamie to war with that one man. I think that Cersei's definitely going to send Jamie into war. He's going to come back after getting his ass kicked, and he's going to lead the Lannister side. Jamie's never been a loyal person. He never loved his family. He never looked out for his family. That's just the facts. If it was, then he would have listened to his father and did what his father asked him to do. But no, he didn't want to do that. He always wanted to do what he wanted to do. He never did anything for family first, unless it was for him and Cersei first, not the whole family. And I think it'll show. You know what I mean? And we also got to remember that, you know, thank you, my man Joe Swag, you know what I mean, for hitting me with that, for being, I appreciate that. And, you know, you got to remember also, too, that Daenerys Targaryen is a kin slayer. She allowed Khal Drogo to kill her brother in front of her. She allowed it to go down. When she could have prevented it, she didn't. All people who kill their kin die. That's the bottom line. And that's what's going to happen to Daenerys. She's eventually going to die. And she's got to pay for that. There's no way around that. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. That is just the way it has to be. AU Pack Mew, I will be on his channel soon enough. I've seen his name up in the comments. I'll definitely be on that. Timo says, stop hating on Jamie. I'm just telling you the truth. Donald Lee says that is an excellent point. Tony, thank you very much. Blood Raven lasted as a Kingslayer. I mean, if you want to call that an existence, being stuck in a tree with roots growing out of you and just chilling like that, I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't live like that. maybe those dreams, you know, that's virtual reality he's been living in all them years. You know, it may be cool to put those headsets on and to rock like that for a little bit, but when you try to grab something and it ain't there, and how good could it really be? You know what I'm saying? Depends how much feeling he really got in those fingertips and all of his body parts when he's doing all those things. If that's the case, then maybe it's a different situation, but still, it still ain't you. It's not you doing the deed. You know what I mean? It's not you being there. It's you in someone else's body. So I don't know. I need to be me in my body being me doing what I do. I have to be the Don. That's the way it's got to be there. FM57S, when do you think Danny dies? A video of death of Daenerys Targaryen Stoneboy. Please check that out. But next season. She won't die this season. She has to die next season. Remember, next season, the book is A Dream of Spring. And when you're saying you're dreaming of spring, that means winter has been around so long that you forgot what spring was, and you have to dream about it. So that's the way this has to end, the Winds of Winter. It has to end with the White Walkers doing all that damage, and then this spring is just a dream. We never even heard of a spring. Spring, that's a dream spring. Oh, my God. That is what a dream of spring is. So that's the way it has to go down. So before we bounce off this piece, I would love it if you all can just rep your hood real quick and put down exactly where you are from so I can shout this out. And before I go, I know that the Roarist is doing something live. I think she is on right now. She has just started, so I'm saying you can check her out after you're done with me. If you want to still get your YouTube fix on the Game of Thrones trailer, I think she is up. So definitely hit her up, you know what I mean, and check her out. And when you get over there and check her out, we got over 140 people there. I want you all to say that Tony Teflon the Don sent me over here, so that everyone knows that y'all was here chilling with me the whole time. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. Repping your hood. We got. I'm going down. We got, it's so fast. We got Anita from Norway. We got Andrea Silk from Canada, Toronto. We got FMS5 from Detroit. We got Seattle, AU Pack Mule. We got Donna Louise from South Carolina. We got Orlando, Florida from Timo. Paul Wilson, Scotland. Please like and subscribe from Iatron. Please do that. Who else do we got? We got Orange County, California, Southern Vermont, Detroit, Michigan. We got DC. We got London. We got BX Baby from Hey Now You a Rock Star. It's from London. We got South London. We got a lot of people from across the pond. Salute to all y'all out there. You know what I mean? North Philly, Springfield, Pittsburgh, Rip to Cat, Banneker, West Side, Motor City, the Bronx in the house. Gem M, Manchester, UK. We got Argentina from Grand. We got Delaware from Whitley. Fayetteville, North Carolina from British PM. Thank you very much for joining me, and thank you for the kind words. We got Alexander Diaz, Brooklyn, New York. Much love to my people in Brooklyn. Much love to all my people out there. Much love for all y'all people who came out here and represented for me. As I said before, we know we got the Roarist. Go check the Roarist out right now. 140 something people. Go over there. Tell her Tony Teflon the Don sent you over there to go check her out. And if you like the way I do this, and for more Game of Thrones updates, more shit with Mogini and the pregame show, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when they come on. And if you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, please spread this across the realm, and please subscribe. And until next time, you know who it is. Peace and stay sexy.